Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a lovely one out there. Thank you as always for joining me here. What are we doing today? A little Anna von Hausswolff. We're going to listen to this track, The Discovery, or Discovery rather, off the album The Miraculous, third studio album, released 2015. We are listening to this track because it was suggested and recommended and sponsored by Jörg Floor, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. Can I say something completely unrelated to this video and the music? So I went to go put on my chapstick the other day. I always have some right here just in case. And I didn't think about it, but you know, chapstick in the car tends to melt. And so I opened it and without looking, I just went to put it to my lips and it was just a goopy, liquidy mess that occurred there. All right, that's not what you're here for. You're here for some music. This is the first track off the album. Let's go ahead and dive on in. It's like a foghorn. I like how the horn has gone away, and now it's just the thump of that drum. This almost has a dark folk kind of sound. Just switch guitar with organ. How that drum came in. Turning from something deep, broad, and epic and more concentrated. Upbeat this is. Kind of sunny. That actually captures a great kind of contrast between the heaviness and some of those more kind of sunlit moments in the track. I like how far away that was. Very distant. I think that especially as the opening track to the album, that is incredibly strong. And the title of the song, Discovery, I think that there is a lot to that. I think that when you look into the music, but also into the lyrics itself, and what Anna's more than likely, just in my opinion, trying to get across. I think that that is such a strong word and a strong opening to the album with what she introduces us to. So first of all, the actual music, the music is epic. It soars, it sinks, it goes through all of these different motions. And I think that just musically, it tells a story, even without the lyrics, because Anna doesn't come in, at least vocally, until almost 7 minutes into the track, near the end. And for a few verses, a chant, and then we're out of there. But the music tells a lot of the story. So I think that the track itself, just instrumentally, is already telling a tale of discovery. And when I was listening to it, at first, like, listen to the first half, right? This first half is building up. It's ambient. It's very atmospheric. It's in some ways, it has some dark leanings, but I actually find most of this track quite actually light and melodic and almost sunlit. And I would say that the first part of this is very adventurous. It's very fun. It kind of feels like one of those, not mood-wise, but it almost feels like one of those old 80s kind of like kids adventure films. Like I've never seen the movie, but I kind of know of it, like The Goonies, like where it's like a group of kids that are going on an adventure, to whatever's happening. And I think the first half of this kind of captures that. It's the joy of discovery. It's the excitement of discovery. It's that positive, happy leaning of discovery. And like I said, I mean, the first track, or the first half, captures a really great, upbeat, rambling kind of adventure. And I think that that journey is told very well instrumentally. Then there's something else that changes. It hits this part. And here, there's hushed tones that scratch and screech very delicately in the back. It becomes a lot more introspective, a lot more working in the shadows. And when I was thinking about this discovery, I was thinking about the joy discovery in that first part. But when it hit that, I was at first thinking kind of like, oh, you've discovered something. You had that adventure, which was fun. But now you've actually discovered what you were looking for, and maybe it's not exactly what you were thinking it was going to be. It turned out to be something completely different. I was almost thinking of like, you're in search for some artifact, and then you find it, but it's like a cursed artifact, and now it's completely different. There's a darkness there, and I really like how the music captured that. And I was curious from that point where it was going to go, and then Anna came in. Music kind of changed, and when it changed in the third section, it kind of, I would say, perfectly balanced between that dark and that light, and it kind of became acceptance. That's what I heard when it went into this ending here. Because there is still that upbeat drum that's pushing everything along this time, pushing it along even further, much more inspired and motivated. And the way that she sings here sounds refreshed and energetic and wanting. And then eventually you have some other backing vocals that come in as well. Let's go ahead and let me pull up the Wikipedia here real quick. Okay, so obviously you have Anna here. You have Philip Lehman on vocals on this track, Carl Venser on vocals as well as guitar here as well, and then Daniel Ogren on clavioline. Clavioline, never even heard of that. It's kind of cool though. That's very interesting actually. And I really like how the rest of them join her in the vocals, because at that particular point, I'm going to bring this all together. Let's do the lyrics here. Okay, so when she comes in, she says, "Oh my, I am guided by something," right? Moved by something. "I'm shocked, I'm stunned, I can't sing." Which is funny because she doesn't sing for most of this song. "A beauty," which maybe that is the movement, right? That's what she's describing. "I'm shocked, I can't sing," and maybe that's why she doesn't sing for the first 2/3 of the track. "Oh mother, I plead, the earth, the sun, the rats, the dust, the lost sun, the sea, the sky, the stars, the night, I miss my sister, my flickering lights." I love this line that reveals what I can only assume is something very personal to Anna. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm looking too personally into it. But all these things that she mentions here are very esoteric. This reveals something much more personal. Her flickering light. Of course, that light that I'd assume eventually burned out, flickered out. "A hand that reaches for me. I hear it somewhere, but I can't see. We stumble upon a broken tree. I leave the past to set me free." time to move forward, time to move on. This journey of discovery, at first I was thinking outward, but now I'm thinking the journey is inward. And now this running where? Not to the dark, not to the moon, not to the night, towards the sun, the ultimate source of light, the ultimate source of energy. And just as her sister was this flickering light that I would only assume went out, she's looking for that new light. And I think that this journey is as much internal as it is external. And I think the music perfectly captures that. The joy of adventure in the first third, the perhaps, the joy of adventure in like, okay, I'm going to discover myself. I'm going to learn more about myself. I'm going to really try and, have some self-meditation, some self-reflection. Perhaps in that self-reflection, you come across some dark corners in the room of your soul. Perhaps you encounter that darkness and you weren't expecting it to hit a certain way. That's the middle section there. And then bringing it all together, the resolution, we're going to light those dark corners. We're going to light at least a candle in those dark corners and look towards the sun, in a sense. And she's not going to walk towards this. As she says, she's going to run. And she sounds incredibly invigorated. And incredibly hopeful. And I think that is, that's brilliant. Also, kind of a little moment, but when the music had slowed down into a crawl, I kind of feel like, that was the transition between the first section and the middle. It kind of felt like I said, that joy of adventure, that spirit of adventure. And, now we're crushing some cautionary tape and maybe seeing something or diving into ourselves a little further than we were expecting and seeing things that we weren't expecting. And so that joy kind of slows down. We go from that yes to like, maybe caution. I think that this was a brilliant track. I think that this was absolutely wonderful. I love the message in here. I love music that has a lot of meaning. And in some capacity, you could look at this and, okay, here's 4 stanzas. Seems pretty straightforward. I think there's a lot more to it. And I think that there's a lot more to it than even I said probably, but that's at least what I'm getting out of it. What did you get out of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Yerk Floor, thank you once again so much for the recommendation. I really appreciate the sponsorship and the support as well. Really goes a long way and helps a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the music. Please come back by tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.